Hey, friends, welcome back to the Cozy Couch TV show, the place where we celebrate the shows that warm your heart, lift your spirit, and remind you that good stories still exist. Today, we're heading back to Hope Valley for our deep dive into When Calls the Heart Season 3. And this season, it brings bigger emotions, deeper love, and powerful turning points. So grab something warm, get comfortable, and let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a totally awesome day. So let's get started and let's see what season 3 holds for us. So season 3 feels like a bridge season, right? The place where sweet beginnings start and, it starts growing into serious commitment and real responsibility. We see relationships becoming more intentional, the town stepping into greater unity and strength, and Elizabeth is moving from simply belonging to truly leading with heart, right? She's just not seeking to be one of the townspeople, but she's really leading with her heart because she's beginning to have a heart for Hope Valley. So the core theme of season 3 is love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice you keep making. And Hope Valley shows us that beautifully. In life, we have to understand that love is not something that's fleeting, but it's something that you choose to do every day. Love is an action verb, right? So we choose to do that every day. Um, Elizabeth, let's see, I did that wrong. Okay. Elizabeth um is becoming more grounded in this season. She's more confident in her calling. Her love is becoming clear and courageous, and she's no longer just adjusting to Hope Valley, she's shaping it. And that's a powerful shift. You're going to see that Elizabeth becomes more of a centerpiece of the town in regards to people listening to her and her becoming a atmosphere changer, if you will, that she's starting to really shift and shape what and who Hope Valley is, if that makes sense. Um, Jack is he's his heart is more visible now, right? He's not just that Mountie. She really broke down that exterior that he had. So he's protective, he's steady, he's deeply committed. He's wrestling with his duty and his future dreams, right? Because I think he felt like he was going to be a bachelor his whole life, but Elizabeth came in and totally changed that. And he's showing what honorable love really looks like. He's being very respectful of who Elizabeth is and what she desires and what she's doing. Their relationship continues to grow in a way that's gentle, respectful, and is real. And honestly, that's why so many people love this show. I really think that is the crux of the show. I think that's why I kept going back and watching it because it really was an escape. And it was there was no pretension. It wasn't, greedy with your time. The show doesn't misuse your time. You never walk away feeling unfulfilled, right? You never even when there's a cliffhanger, you know that it's going to be good when you go back and you don't feel like you've been used. Have you ever felt like that when you watch the show? You felt like your time has been used. You don't feel like that when you watch When Calls the Heart. I was about to say when you watch Help Valley, but when you don't feel like that when you watch When Calls the Heart. In regards to Abigail and the community, because these are the three main characters of the show. There's Jack, there's Elizabeth, there's Abigail, and then there's the Hope Valley community. And so Abigail, Abigail remains the spiritual and the emotional anchor of the show. Right. The highlights of the season are ongoing healing because remember they're healing from what happens with the mind. There's some husbands died, sons died, and so they're still dealing with that grief and they're still healing with that. In regards to the coal mine, there's a quiet strength, right, of the people, the resiliency of the people in Hope Valley, and then faith is lived out daily, and it's not just spoken, right? You can see that they're living by faith in their actions and what they're doing, and continuing to build up the town, grow it out, and recover from this devastation. And the town itself becomes proof that broken places really can bloom again. One of my favorite quotes that I heard years ago is that broken crayons can still color. And so Hope Valley really shows us that even though they've been broken, even though they have had a loss, that you can recover from that. And I think that's a good lesson for our lives in real life, that no matter where you are in your brokenness, that you can still bloom, that you can still recover, you can still be of purpose and of viability, right, to those around you and to yourself. um the major themes that really shine through with this season is that they have the courage to move forward, right? So season 3 reminds us that love and purpose both require bravery, that you have to be brave to love, and you do. You have to be brave to give someone your heart and allow somebody to be in come into your heart, and that moving in your purpose, moving into that thing that is yours, that you've been called to, does require bravery. You have to go beyond the fear, right? You have to do what Joyce Meyer says, do it afraid. You can't stay safe forever. And if you want something meaningful, and being safe, not safe like safe from danger, but safe from your feelings get hurt, safe from disappointment. And if you want something meaningful, you have to be willing to be disappointed. You have to be willing to, you know, give up something. And so in season 3, they figure out what that thing is that's meaningful to them, so they can come out of their comfort zone, essentially. The other thing is that they have commitment over comfort, right? The same thing, real relationships, moving past those butterflies into the sacrifice, the patience, and the promise, right? Sacrificing what I want for what the other person wants, having patience with adjusting, them adjusting to you, you adjusting to them, being not being frustrated, and then the promise of the love. That's the reward, right? And that kind of love that is sacrificial, that's patient, and is promising, it lasts. And I think that's something that we all want. I think that's what I love about Hallmark, in particular, is that even if you say, oh, it's cheesy, it's whatever, that ain't real, but it shows you what those things look like in real time, even though it's a show. How can you emulate that? How can you duplicate that for yourself in your relationships? And I think that When It Calls the Heart really gives us a glimpse into how to do that, that it is practical and that it's not just fantasy. Hope Valley, no matter what they're going through, they're going to keep building, they're going to keep moving forward. And so they've chosen to have faith over fear. They've chosen to be unified instead of isolating themselves away from each other. They decided to become a unit, a real community to get through the thing, and that you're able to find love even though you've had loss, right? And I think these types of messages, they never get old, and I think sometimes we need to really be reminded of that. Season 3 of When It Calls the Heart continues the story of the growing town of Hope Valley, right? As community moves forward from survival into rebuilding, romance, and new beginnings. And the season begins to expand on the world of the town, and it deepens many of the character relationships, right? So as Elizabeth is finding her place in Hope Valley, she is more confident in her role as the town's teacher, and she begins to really see Hope Valley as her home, mentoring the children and becoming more connected with the families in the town, not just living there, right? We do that. We do that when we just go to work, we do our job, and we leave. We don't try to grow relationships with anybody. If we're in school, we'll go to school, go to class, do all the things, but we don't stay on campus to really grow relationships. Well, Elizabeth was doing that in Hope Valley, but now she's really becoming more connected with the families. It's not just a place where she just went to teach, but now she's really living there and building community. Jack and Elizabeth's relationship, it starts to deepen. Their romance, right, is continuing to grow. Their relationship is becoming more serious, but they face challenges as Jack's Mountie duties pull him away on assignments, and it's testing their commitment. It's kind of that thing of, we made a plan to go do this, but you got to go be a Mountie. Like, you need to choose, right? And I think that's something that's a test and it is again, real life lesson in relationships. That's part of the sacrifice, right? That this is the job that he has to do, and not his job. Your job may not be, it is demanding, but it's not demanding the same way his is. So you have to decide that compromise and what you're going to do. So it's interesting to see them navigate that. Abigail is continuing to lead in the community, right? She remains the pillar in the city, in the town is a city, but in the town, and she's not only running the cafe, but she's helping the widows from the mine disaster. She's becoming one of the moral anchors of Hope Valley. She's giving them, those other widows, she's giving them a blueprint of what it looks like to stand up on your own 2 feet after a loss of a spouse. And so new residents are starting to come in, and so that means that new residents bring new stories. And so new characters have been introduced in Hope Valley, and they're looking for fresh starts, right? The newcomers, they're, looking for new friendships. There's some conflicts that arise, and there's also opportunities for the town to grow, right? Because it's always hard to welcome new people into your circle. So that dynamic that happens in season 3 is very interesting. So, of course, with all the things that are going on in Hope Valley with the coal mine disaster and new people coming in town and all the things, there are some economic challenges, and there's some outside people that are trying to influence Hope Valley, and they're really trying to threaten the stability of Hope Valley. But Jack and the others in the community, they work together to protect the town from criminal activity and corruption, right? Tied to supposed business interests. So you got to watch to see how this plays out. So of course, now that we've done our recap, and I hope that you go back and watch all of season 3 of When Calls the Heart. I keep wanting to call it Hope Valley. When Calls the Heart. You can see it on Hallmark Plus, and it, of course, the subscription is needed to watch Hallmark Plus, and it's very nominal. It's not very much, but it's totally worth it, right? Because you not only get to see When Calls the Heart, but you get to see all the other shows that Hallmark has too, and movies. So now it is time for the season 3 Cozy Crown Awards. So get ready for that. Most romantic growth goes to, drum roll please, Elizabeth and Jack. I mean, watching their romance bloom has been, it's phenomenal. It's frustrating at times. Let's be honest. It is extremely frustrating at times because you want to say, oh my gosh, get over yourself. But their romantic, watching them grow, watching them learn, watching them, learning how to compromise and really be in relationship, it's just chef's kiss. Just love it. Chef's kiss. I totally love it. The strongest quiet faith. I mean, come on, drum roll. It's Abigail. It's Abigail Stanton. I mean, she is resilient, and she always knows, even when she may be wrong, or when she is questioning, oh my gosh, is this the step? Just watching her be able to grow, watching her to develop, watching her be that person that says, hey, let's do this a different way. Yeah, she's the person that you really, if you were starting a small town, you would want somebody like Abigail in your town, in your corner, ready to uh gather the troops, really to rally the troops, rather, to get everybody together to do the thing that they need to do. So totally love that. And then last but not leaf last but not least, the season 3 Cozy Award for Town You'd Move to Tomorrow. This is a no-brainer. It's still Hope Valley. Duh. I mean, the bags are already packed. Just give me a row house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, move over. Give me a row house. Now I might need a row house that's like one level, because those steps are like kind of narrow. But go ahead. I'm ready to go, make my bread, do all the things. So yeah, definitely moving to Hope Valley one day, right in my head. But I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I hope that you enjoyed the Cozy Awards for this episode. Here's what season 3 whispered to my heart. I don't know what it whispered to yours, but here's what it whispered to my heart. Some of the most beautiful moments in life happen when you choose courage instead of comfort. Elizabeth and Jack step toward a future that isn't guaranteed, but is filled with faith. And maybe someone watching today is standing at a similar crossroads. So here's your reminder. If God is leading you forward, you don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. Remember what 2 Timothy 1:7 says, for we have not been given the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Thank you for spending this peaceful, cozy time with me on the Cozy TV show. I do not take it for granted that you joined. If this episode encouraged you, don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel. There's a Hope Valley fan out there that wants to see this, okay? So you got to share it with them. On the next episode, we step into season 4, where love deepens, purpose expands, and the journey becomes even more meaningful. And until next time, keep hope on your screen and joy in your heart. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.